How's it going? My name is Sai. Thank you for clicking on this video. I know I haven't posted on here in quite some time, but I do plan on adding a little more. So stay in tune. I'm going to be trying to upload at least once every 2 weeks and then build that back up to once a week. If you want to catch me on Twitter, I'm there a lot more often. Here's my handle around this area per se. And then my Instagram should be somewhere around there. And then my Tumblr account, if you guys still have Tumblr, sometimes I still write some stuff on there. So that's it. All three social networks. You have Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. Thank you again, and you guys have a great day. How's it going, guys? So with Netflix crushing it with comic book content, like I'm talking the Old Guard, which was phenomenal. We got the Umbrella Academy seasons 1 and 2, which is and plenty of more stuff to come since the whole Disney taking back Daredevil, Punisher, and all that stuff. I decided to put a small list together of just comic books I feel like could go to Netflix. It does have a potential home over at Netflix. So let's just get right into it, alright? Oh, number 5, American Vampire. Now, if you're not familiar with American Vampire, Scott Snyder, Raphael Albuquerque, I never pronounced that name right. He's the artist on there. It was DC Comics / Vertical. So I don't know if that will fall for Netflix or will go to the DC Universe / HBO Max thing going on. But it's, to put it in layman's terms, it's literally Wild Wild West meets vampires. Almost like, I don't know if you guys ever seen this Eddie Murphy movie, A Vampire in Brooklyn, which took more of a serious tone and stuff like that. This one, there's a lot of creepiness and gore into it, but it's kind of just interwinding vampires into history. And it's actually a pretty good read all the way through. I know with some of the more recent ones, they weren't as great, but still, overall, definitely recommend reading. But I could definitely see this being a live action show at Netflix or even a series. It wouldn't go bad as a series neither. It'll be pretty dope. So, in at number 4, Irredeemable. Now, Irredeemable is gonna sound messed up. It's published by Boom Studios. Irredeemable started off so great, and then towards the middle, it was like okay, and at the end, it's like what the fuck. And I'm sorry to curse. I'm trying to cut down on the cursing here, but it's Mark Waid as the writer, Diego Berto. I'm gonna mess up some of these names, guys. This is back in like 2009. And it's basically what if Superman went bad, which is like almost like DC has that. I think a bunch of comic book companies do this whole what if your strongest superhero goes bad, and this was one of them. But this one was done great. It started off with such a hit, and I enjoyed it and loved it. I don't know what happened towards the middle for me that made me go, checking out. But and it sucks too because I'm a completionist. Like if I start something, I want to finish it. But this was one of the ones where I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass. Now number 3, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. This was a movie back in the day. The original Bond and all that stuff. This is by Alan Moore, the writer, and Kevin O'Neill, the artist. This is 1999, I believe. Let's just say somewhere at the bottom. If I mess this up, you can read it yourself. You can find out. This, I believe, is a split too, because it was like Top Shelf Productions, Knockabout Comics, but it's also DC Comics. I think they bought a company that bought another company, and it's weird. Like I know, like with the Shazam was like by I think like Fawcett Comics, and then back then there were Captain Marvel and everything else, and it was a big thing. You guys can look it up yourself. But the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is a pretty dope idea of a ragtag group of people. The Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. It's just an overall great. I can see it almost as a live action steampunk type of feel to it. Almost like the Old Guard was really great in the movie sequel context. I think this would be pretty good as well. Again, the movie, not so great, the original movie. But yeah, I can see this being a good hit at Netflix. Now, number 2. b.p.r.d. Hell on Earth, created by Mike Mignola, published by Dark Horse Comics 2002. Hellboy 1 and 2 with Ron Perlman, amazing. Dave Harbour's Hellboy, I think I don't have to say nothing. You guys saw it yourself. I don't have to say nothing. This could be a great show over there. I think, to be honest, what they started to touch on with the b.p.r.d. and the last one was pretty dope, but I was kind of looking forward to that. I was hoping they were going to do a lot more of it. When they showed the trailer, they showed them kind of like tease it. The guy who touched the cheetah doesn't even show up Well, not really. I mean, he does it here and there, but to be honest, I think a whole show. Forget Hellboy. Don't even put Hellboy in there yet. Have Hellboy be a kid, and then see all these different kind of monsters get together for b.p.r.d. I think that would be a pretty great show. It could work live action or animated. I would prefer live action. Give it like somewhat of a Stranger Things feel to a show or a movie, whatever the case is. I think this would be a great. I think out of all of them, this is well, obviously that's number two. I think there's gonna be one that's number one, but I think would be a really huge hit over at Netflix, in my opinion. I have to keep saying in my opinion because someone in the comments is gonna light me up like, no, you don't know crap. All right, cool. My opinion, my taste. I read these comics long time ago, some recently. My opinion. Number one, Saga. You haven't read Saga, I'm not spoiling it for you. I'm not doing that for you. It is probably one of the greatest comics I've read. Thick comic. Love the comic. Right up there. Like, it's fucking phenomenal. I don't see Saga being it can't be a live action. They're gonna mess it up. There's no way in hell you could do a live action. But the Netflix has something called the Dragon Prince. Now, if you love Atla, which is Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I love, right? You can see this happening because some of the people that did Avatar: The Last Airbender moved over and they're doing the Dragon Prince. Now, the Dragon Prince and Saga have the same type of vibe. Brian K. Vaughan, the writer, Fiona Staples. I might have to pull this up. 2012 Image Comics, an amazing comic book. I'm telling you, like it is one of those repeat value. Whether they do a show or a movie, as long as it's animated, because the art in here is amazing. Shout out, clap up to Fiona Staples. Amazing. I think hands down needs to be animated just so you could keep that in there. And it was also a lot cheaper. You get a great voice cast for these characters. Freaking dope. Again though, like this is one you should check out. Even if this never becomes a show, it's gonna become something. Someone has to pick this up. It's amazing. The world is so rich. The characters are so rich. The story is rich. Everything about it is phenomenal. So, Saga number one for me. You let me know what you guys think of my list. If you guys don't like my list, if you guys have different opinions of what you think you should put on there, in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.